Welcome to Double Rings Radio Entertainment TV. I am your host, Miss Ladybug 314, and I'm sitting here with Miss Tanya Taylor. How you doing?
I'm doing it, hanging in there.
I'm hanging in there. All right, today we are talking about gastroparesis. And I'm going to read the definition for you. This is a new topic, so, get tuned, get some information. You never know. Gastroparesis is a disease of the muscles of the stomach or the nerves controlling the muscles that causes the muscles to stop working. Gastroparesis results in inadequate grinding of food by the stomach and poor emptying of food from the stomach into the intestine. Gastroparesis may be associated with paralysis of the small intestine and colon. The most common underlying cause is diabetes mellitus. Gastroparesis is diagnosed via gastric emptying study. It is usually treated with medications that stimulate the stomach muscle to contract.
Yes, and that's, you'll find those definitions to be common. Some other definitions will include the fact that there are no cures to this, and there have been many people passing away from this. So gastroparesis does specifically mean the stomach, but it's actually part of a functional motility GI disorder. So it's really from the mouth all the way through, that the esophagus doesn't, well, mine at this point, I have spasms now, where things will just get stuck and sit, and it'll feel like my esophagus wants to explode. Even with the liquid, if I take sips of liquid, it'll do it. Then it gets down to the stomach, where the stomach's not emptying into the small intestine. So my colon had to be removed because it perforated, and it stopped working who knows how long ago. But no doctor would listen. No one would hear when I was telling them how much pain I was in. If I was always said to be depressed or stressed, or I was a single parent and I owned my own business, I didn't have time to be depressed. And that is what they generally toss a lot of this up to.
So how long have you been dealing with this?
I've been dealing with it my entire life, but they didn't find out until 2011 was when I found out. But they actually diagnosed it in 2005 and 2008, but the doctor that I was seeing didn't get that information to me. That doctor no longer is my doctor, but doctors don't understand, a lot of doctors don't understand what's happening.
Was this easy to diagnose?
No. Years and years of saying it was irritable bowel syndrome or related to stress. I needed to relax. Instead of listening that I couldn't go to the bathroom, I couldn't eat right. I was getting sick every time I ate. And it got to the point where just a couple bites made me feel so full that I couldn't eat until I couldn't eat anymore, and they put the line in. And that's where my nutrition comes from.
So how long you been wearing the line?
Since 2007.
How comfortable is that?
It doesn't look comfortable, does it? It actually, I've gotten so used to it that I don't feel it much. But I was in the hospital a few weeks ago, and the nurses really don't know how to take care of these in hospitals. They need different protocols. So when I was in there, they ended up giving me an infection that I had to be on IV antibiotics for. So it can get uncomfortable, but I don't feel it for the most part anymore.
Okay. So, do you know what caused this?
I didn't for a long time until I met Dr. Francomano, who's my geneticist. She diagnosed me with Ehlers-Danlos, which is a connective tissue disorder. The collagen breaks down in your body, so I have hyper and classic. I can touch my my thumbs too. Both I can do like all kinds of things where I can touch. I used to think that people who couldn't put or didn't put suntan lotion on their back were lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you're not supposed to be able to do this with your arms. And there are all types of, my blood vessels rupture from this. And so there are a lot of things that go along with this pain. And I'm actually on my way to ortho doctor later because my knees are so affected. And having this Ehlers-Danlos caused the digestive tract to not function properly. So it's, I complained and tried to get doctors to listen throughout the years, but milk allergy, that was another one, and I don't have a milk allergy, but so they didn't really know, just blamed it on the depression most of the time.
So are there symptoms that can happen to be like, oh, I need to go get checked out for this? What are
The
symptoms?
symptoms are chronic heartburn and GERD, feeling full too early, not being able to eat enough, chronic constipation, and as well as diarrhea, throwing up, being so sick on your stomach all the time and just not knowing what to do about it. It seems to be every normal, everyday thing that they have on television that they have these medications for. So I myself, with the constipation and the intestines not moving, have to use my hands to physically move things through my body. If you've gotten to the point like that, there is probably a digestive tract paralysis or digestive motility problem.
Okay. So how has your life changed? What do you have to do different that you wasn't doing before?
I used to be so active. I used to even look like a bodybuilder because I was so defined. I had my own cleaning company while I was going to school and raising my daughter by myself. So I was just on the go all the time. There wasn't anybody else to depend on. And in 2007, I was halted in my tracks. And I went from being the most independent person to gradually becoming to a place where I am completely dependent upon everyone, it seems. It's difficult to get out of the house. Driving was my favorite thing to do. Now, the thought of driving is kind of exhausting. So it takes, I'm sitting here in so much pain, but you learn to live with it. So you try to put that face on, try to put that smile on, and just roll with it.
Yeah, all you can do is smile. Smile and pray.
And pray, absolutely. Can't do this without God.
Okay. He has your back.
Yes, he does.
He has you here for a reason, to get the word out. So we need to get the word out.
Yes.
If y'all know any information, have any questions, you can, drop them down. And I have her contact. We've been knowing each other for a few years now. So here we go. Okay. So what is life on a daily basis? What do you do?
We call this a spoon. Spoon theory is something that someone who was sick with chronic health issues had told this story to a friend of hers, which then kind of trickled throughout the internet, and we all say that we have, here's some extra spoons for the day, here's some extra energy. Every day it takes me to get ready. If I can try to wash up, it can take me 3 to 4 hours because I have to rest in between everything that I do. If I get into the shower, I can't be in there long, can only shave my legs because I'll pass out from the heat from the shower, and it just makes me too sick and weak. So everything has become a challenge, and I still research though, I still write, I still do what I can. I'm a lot slower than I
Are you
was.
blogging
I just
everything?
started blogging
Okay.
with an online company that's a wellness company called Wellness 101. So I think it's wellness101.com.
You have any websites you want to give everybody? How to contact
Yes.
you and
Go to gpnmeglobal.org. That will bring you to the temporary site. I'm in the process of fixing the main site, getting the rest of the details up. That way, there are links that everyone can get this information from, anything about the bill for the research law that we need in place, any of the information that what we're doing or what's happening, that'll be up on that site.
do you have people still signing the bill?
We do.
I signed it years ago.
Yeah, and this year, 2015, they introduced the new one, which is Bill HR 2311, and it's Functional Gastrointestinal Motility Disorders Research Bill. So that is what we are pushing, and if we can't get it this year, we will get it back in next year and do
Keep
it again.
pushing.
That's right, not stop.
So let us know about this book. Are you finished writing the book?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a doctor in your country? In the country?
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Is there a doctor in the country? Started because I couldn't imagine I was this sick and no one knew what was wrong. So I started to write the book to see if I could find someone
Right.
to help me. And then in the course of writing that, I found out what I had. Then, and I'm a researcher, I just love to research.
Right.
And when I found out what I had and went through my history, I found medical records that they had documented this years before, but my general practitioner never told me. He kept telling me everything was in my head, and I had to let him go, and I'm still, this has been, I think, 4 or 5 years now, still tumbling to find a general practitioner who has enough knowledge to be able to work with specialists and just kind of keep everything together and going. It's been difficult.
Now, when they say treat it with medications and stuff like that,
There are different medications, most of them don't work. A lot of them, like Reglan, or there's different types of things they'll prescribe. None of that would work for me. I have, I had a DNA test to see what medications I can and can't take because of having so many reactions, and found out that being a poor metabolizer, all the medications fall under that metabolizer, so under that allele. And with everything falling under that allele, my body can't process that, and I get sick from it. So I really can't take medications, and there are a lot of people I know sick that can't take the medications either. I think there's not enough awareness on the severity. There are people who might have mild cases of this, but when you've got moderate to severe and you're losing organs, that's where we need to have some serious intervention and have some help out here, because there are too many people dying. I am just disgusted kind of with trying to reach out to the government and get them to co-sponsor the bill. Maryland isn't co-sponsoring, and I have tried and tried. So I don't know what else to do, but just keep on. Keep on. That's so important that we talk about God. We do a lot of that, talking about God and doing a lot of prayers for one another.
I believe in God.
Oh, yeah.
And I just pray my way through each day to keep the angels surrounding us, to keep us safe.
And keep going where we're going. Because He's always got a plan for us.
Oh, yeah. It's a plan. He has a plan. We don't know which road we're going down, but it's a door that we're about to open.
And your wonderful ladybug. Now, that is really, that opens a lot of doors for people by doing what you do.
I love doing what I do.
I can see.
I love to help and support others, and whatever I can do, I'm here.
And I'm so glad.
I'm gonna
that
have a
you
bunch
know
of
before.
links and stuff. I'm gonna put all the links up on the screen, some pictures, everything.
Okay.
So is there anything else you wanna let everybody know?
We need a lot of support and patience. People, our families, friends get short-tempered. They don't really understand what it's like not to be able to eat. A lot of families and friends turn their back as opposed to, what can I do to help? And that's really what we need, because it's hard enough to live in a body that doesn't do what you want it to do. And then to have someone tell you on top of it that you're not feeling what you're feeling is overwhelming.
How's your support system?
Other than my online support system, I do not have one, not a physical support system. I'm trying to build a support system, but a lot of people don't want to be around people who are sick like this.
Right.
And they walk away, and I can't tell you the number of times that people have said that they would do one thing or another, only to find out that it's not going to happen. So it's disappointing. My church had helped during a hospital time where they had sent meals out a few nights a week, which helped my husband with cooking, because I can't cook, I can't clean, everything that I used to be able to do, I can't do. It's not for lack of trying, it's for pain and exhaustion, feeling like I'm going to collapse when I get up to do something. It's a lot more than just pain. So a lot of people, I think, want to associate what we're talking about with just pain, that nausea and exhaustion, just everything that we have to go through is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. But I appreciate you taking the time to do this, because with people like you helping, our voice gets heard. It spreads us to someone else who doesn't know yet what is happening. And they may be sick and being told, it's in your head, it's stress. Here, take this antidepressant.
Right. Drugs just cover up the pain.
I know, the wonderful prescriptions. Just find the core and fix it.
Right. I'd like to thank you for stopping by the Ladybug studio and telling your story, because I know it's difficult, and I'm here to try to help you, do my best, help you in each way I can to send the word out to others, because it's not easy dealing with gastroparesis. But she's doing so fine to deal with it. I'm shocked you're still the happy lady. Me and her used to work together, doing teen moms and, supporting young ladies having babies. So
with Teen Moms Fresh Start, and
I remember that.
We're still have a nonprofit. Had to cut back to emergency assistance, but I fully expect to be doing workshops next year again. So God just carries me. I could not do this without him. I laid in bed this morning and I was in tears, and I said, I need your strength. Please help me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it took.
I got to get
Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying too. Thank you so
You're welcome.
much. I appreciate all you're doing.
Thank you.
And so there's
And I'm glad I'm here to help.
and we'll be able to get this out. And
It's been about 10 years since I was like, it's cool though.
I know. We've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah, I live a busy schedule, you too.
And then I end up in the hospital half the time. So, I'm glad we got to do this.
Everything will be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to get this wraps up another Double Rings Radio Entertainment TV show.
And thank you, Double Rings. Thank you.
You are so
Ladybug.
welcome. This is the first time you've seen Wings?
In person.
Oh, wow.
I've seen the pictures.
Cool. No. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed day. Keep God first, and everything will fall in place. And can we please find a cure for this, please?
Yes.
Is there a doctor out here that has a cure?
Any help you want to give? I'm raising funds for research and awareness, and I'm putting together a fund called the Support Fund, which I will be having people who can't afford their medicines or their alternative nutrition, like I have IV nutrition. There's JPEG nutrition that goes right into the intestine. Raising funds to help people see the doctors they need to. So that is what GP and Me Global, the goal of that is. Great.
All the links will be down
Thank
below and throughout the video. But we gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Balk.